The variety splotch. The Batman. The Caped Crusader himself.
This one's going to be interesting to talk about because I feel like with Superman, like his first, few appearances already kind of hit the nail on the head in terms of like early Superman still mostly looks like just modern Superman, whereas Batman on the other hand, oh Batman,
What do you mean? That's my Batman right there. Every time I picture Batman, I picture this floppy, lopsided ears, purple gloves.
oh this Batman. Listen, we can't be too mean, it was the guy's first appearance, but man, is this just not what Batman looks like nowadays? And at least for me personally, I'd say that's for the better in several different ways.
I'm pretty sure once. Let's just get the elephant in the room out of the way. The purple gloves. I don't know how you feel about them.
All right. I don't love them. I want to make that very clear. I don't love them, but I don't absolutely hate them. Would I prefer them gone? Yes. I just want to make that very clear that, I've seen the argument. I've seen the argument where it kind of works as like crime scene gloves, right? Where he's like, he wants his hands to be sterile. But I just don't know why you can't do that with regular gloves. It's more striking, sure, but it throws off the color balance. It puts way too much focus on his hands. His tiny little midget baby hands.
I understand the crime scene gloves thing, but why do they have to be purple? You can't tell me. You could say that they only came in the color purple. Batman, you have money. You could have manufactured your own black fucking gloves. Fuck, you could have painted the gloves, dipped them in some fucking black dye or something.
They're just very distracting, and honestly, just again, he looks like Batman, but there are just so many things that are like nitpicky, just weird. Like, why does he have a cone head? How are you gonna make the ears look cheap in his like debut costume?
Maybe they were trying to more closely mimic the positioning of an actual bat's like ears. Because an actual bat's ears are kind of like more off to the side, like that, kind of dipping a little bit.
I'm not a fan of the smaller chest symbol. It just makes it look babyish.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem with a lot of earlier superhero costumes. It's a tiny logo. It's not very striking at all.
Here, the boots are fine. The cape is... I don't like the way it's drawn, but, as, like, an actual just piece of design, the cape's fine. I don't mind, like, the blue interior. I like the purple highlight... Or, not purple highlights, fine. Blue highlights. I like the blue highlights. Very striking. Nice way to incorporate blue into Batman's design, which... Black and gray, love it on Batman, but I will say, blue is also just kind of a important part of his design that's sometimes lost, sometimes isn't, depending on what you're working with.
I mean, honestly, you cover up the face, disregard the gloves. Everything else is just pretty much Batman. Yeah, the cape looks a little weird the way they drew it, so like wide and bulky on him. I don't know why they did that, but I think it is still, for the most part, just classic Batman.
Put this guy next to Superman, he still stands out as like the more darker superhero, the more serious one of the two, so just as a character, he still works just fine as Batman. Definitely old, definitely shows his age a lot more than, Superman does, but honestly, still a pretty good design. Like, for a first go, you did good with Batman.
I mean, just like with Superman, most of the elements are still here. It's just they've been touched up a little bit, polished, refined. The only real major differences are the ears and the gloves. Everything else is pretty much the exact same. I guess the Bat logo changes a lot throughout the years too, but to be honest, this Bat symbol isn't even bad. It's just really small.
Yeah.
If they were bigger, I think it'd be just fine.
Yeah.
And overall, just as a Batman suit, I'd give it a solid. It's where it started. I feel like you always have to give respect because of where it started. If it's the first, I'd give it a 6 because I think it's fine.
Yeah, I'd settle on a 6. I would personally more lean towards 7, but I feel like 6 is more than fair.
Because things just get simply way better later on. I feel like 6 is better.
True. Good old 6.